was playing someone called Jan Subelj, 2498 versus Arjun is 2778. So huge rating difference.
Yeah, because you were saying the.
Yeah. Okay. So Arjun was black. The Slovenian player played e5. We are looking at the Arjun's game from yesterday. Yesterday is when India won gold in the Olympiad. The Olympiad is basically a team tournament where each country sends their team. Every team will have 4 boards. Arjun was playing on board 3 against Jan Subelj. Arjun played d5. This is not considered a very good opening, but Arjun wanted to try it out to see how it goes. This is called, yeah. Because if you do regular things, then opponent also knows how to play. When you do this, you're surprising your opponent a little bit. So that is the idea behind playing something. Yeah, it's a Scandinavian defense. Okay, so now white takes. Arjun takes back. White will attack the queen. Yeah, white attacks the queen. Whenever you can bring a piece out and attack, of course you will do that. So now the queen went back one step. Queen d6. After queen to d6 came b4, controlling the center. Yeah, that's always required. Now black has to bring the piece out. Arjun brings out his knight. Knight to f6. Knight came to f3. And Arjun played. That we will see. Arjun, we are just now focusing on this game. Arjun played g6. What is the idea of playing g6?
King's Indian.
No, King's Indian. That is a different opening, Ryan. Just because you play g6, it's not King's Indian. Yes, one second. What is the idea, Asmaya? Why are we playing g6? Yeah, we want the bishop to come here and stay on the long diagonal. It will be also protecting the king when you do that. Yeah, we call it a fianchetto. White plays knight d5. Let me ask Thiran, if you are black, what's your next move, Thiran? Please, Raika, please don't make noise. Yeah. Huh. Wait, one person, no need to raise hands. When I ask others, then you can raise hand. Now only Thiran.
D7.
Queen to d7. Raika, what would you do?
I will play queen to b6.
Queen to b6. What, Arohi, if you are black, what will you do? Queen to d7. Okay, and Pant?
b4.
b4 check.
Queen.
Queen to b4. Okay, queen b4, I'll just kick the queen. So it's just getting it. Yes, Kabir?
Sir, queen to e6.
Queen to e6 check. Okay, so Arjun played queen b6. What Pant told, right? No, Pant told queen b4.
Raika.
Yeah, Raika told queen b6. Okay. Queen b6. Is it attacking the knight? No, bishop is defending it. There's no threat. White just plays a4, trying to play the a pawn forward, attacking the queen. Arjun plays a6, kicking the knight. The knight went back to a3, and Arjun developed his bishop. So we're still in the opening. Both sides are bringing their pieces out. If you see, black has taken out the queen, bishop, and knight, 3 pieces. It's a little bit early for the queen, and white has taken out 2 knights. But white has got a pawn in the center. That's a good thing, right? Keeping a pawn in the center. So it's pretty even. Opponent brings a knight to c4. Now let's ask Dhridi. If you are black, what will you do? Hello, hi Abraham.
Knight to c4 was played.
Yeah, knight to c4. What will you play for black? Is the question. Time to decide. Who's making noise? You don't have any idea. If you get this position, what will you do? You don't know what you will play if you get this position. You have to play something. Let me pass it to Kabir. What will you play?
Sorry?
Oh, sorry, Kabir. Sorry. I was looking here and saying Kabir. Yeah. Then Raghav. Next I like Raghav. Yes, Kabir.
Sir, queen to d6.
Queen d6 here.
Yeah.
Is it a blunder or is it okay?
No,
You take it then. From here you're going there.
C6, sir.
C6, okay. Raghav, what will you play for black? Let's make space for two people, Rayansh. Can you move either this side or that side? You can move a little this side, Pand. You guys can have a seat here. Alright. We are looking at Arjun's game from yesterday. Yeah. That's the first thing you have to see, the opponents. Yeah, Raghav.
Bishop C4.
Bishop takes knight. Yeah, so we can either move the queen or take the knight. Arjun took the knight.
Sir,
Opponent took what happened?
sir, after that, Queen D4.
The queen b4. Now if you play queen b, wait. Let me check. Is queen b4 winning a piece? 1 second. What happens if queen b4? Strenik is suggesting to play queen b4. Attacking the king. Oh, there is one way to save the bishop and the king. It's a very good try. The reason why Arjun didn't play it is, it only, like, kind of, it's okay for white still.
Knight
Yeah,
D2.
knight will block and the knight will be defending the bishop. That's why queen b4 wasn't played. Arjun just developed his bishop. Right? We want to castle as fast as possible. White castles and black castles. So opening is over. Right? Now, many people after the opening is over will forget about this one last piece that's yet to come out. Right? We should still develop this
First
and this. Yeah. Sometimes you'll castle first, but you still have to bring out that piece. So now, after castle, white played c3, giving extra support to that sender, and Arjun played c5, striking at that sender, like challenging the sender. So c3, c5, and now a5, attacking the queen. So black moves the queen, Arjun moves the queen to c7, and now takes. Whose position is better? Let's ask Myra. Who do you like more, white or black in this position? It's right now white's turn. Please don't make noise, Rayansh.
Sir,
White. Okay. Why do you like white, Myra?
Sir, even if the bishop is not developed, it's in a
That good diagonal. Okay. And black is here to bring out the knight. How many of you prefer black here? Okay, Kabir likes black. Anyone else? Everyone else like white? Anybody saying not white, not black, it's just equal. I don't want to select white or black.
Sir, I see.
No, you still have to choose either one. It's not like completely equal. You would have, you think there's small advantage for either side, no?
Sir, I would prefer
Black,
because
okay.
it's attacking the bishop.
Just one thread, I'll move the bishop. Just because the thread is there doesn't mean that side is better.
No, sir.
Right? Yes, Raika.
I don't know.
Silence, please. Raika is saying. Black has only taken, these two have come out. Bishop is also there. Hey, bishop is here, but it's already active. It's fine. White has also taken two pieces out. Both sides have castled. Black's queen is more active than white's queen.
White has a little advantage.
Okay, let's continue. So here white is slightly better actually. Slightly better because white has more pieces active, basically. I mean, more pieces active. This bishop, like Myra told, is already on a good diagonal. So now queen came to d4, asking for an exchange. So Arjun says, you can exchange, but you exchange. I'm not going to take and help your knight. You take and help my rook. So that's what Arjun says. Now, opponent plays knight to e5. By the way, Arjun is the world number 3 right now. India number 2 and world number 3 after the Olympiad. So knight e5.
Isn't that what is the queen can take the queen?
Oh, that was, you could have taken the queen before also. Oh, you thought knight was defending it. Okay, no. The pawn will take back. Knight is defending the bishop. Right? So queen was about to take this bishop. So the knight defends the bishop. And there is a threat right now. What is white's threat right now? Kashvi, you need to focus. There's a threat in the position. White has played knight here. It's defending the bishop. White's also making a threat. Let's see who can find that out. Okay, let everyone think. I'll ask you afterwards. No, wait. Now is the time to think. What threat is white making is the question. What is white attacking? What is the main threat right now by white is the question. How many of you found it? Only one person. So I'll give some more time for everyone. Ryan also found it. Okay. I'll give you some more time. Just see your opponent's last move. Always see your opponent's last move. That's it. Chess is basically seeing opponent's last move every move. If you do that, you will not lose pieces. So right now, white has just played this. Why? Okay, 3 people decided. Yeah, let's start with Rayansh Manna. What do you say?
Sir, the threat is that bishop is trying to take.
No, not trying to. Bishop will take what?
The bishop will take on f7.
Yeah. So this is a threat you're saying. Yes, fine. Okay, and Shrenik?
So, sir,
Okay, threat is not knight takes. Threat is bishop takes. Is it? Why not knight takes? That's also possible, no? So both these pieces are attacking f7. Right? There's a threat on f7. He's about to take a pawn, a very important pawn with a check. So either bishop takes or knight takes is about to happen. So what should black do? So those who saw the threat, what will you play if you are black? Smayan, Shrenik and Rayansh. If you are Arjun in this position. Yes, Rayansh?
sir, I would play
Huh.
pawn to e6.
Pawn to e6. Anyone else?
Same.
Pant? Okay, Shrenik?
Same.
Okay, so pawn e6 blocks the bishop. Yeah, it's a good move. It stops the threat. Now there is no threat. If knight takes pawn, king will just take it. Right? There's no threat. So now opponent plays rook to a4, giving
So,
extra
activates
support for the activates the rook and gives extra support to the bishop. So the knight is now free to move if it gets attacked. And now Arjun decided to exchange. Queen takes, pawn takes, and Arjun finally develops his knight. Yeah, there are many pieces, but when once the queens are gone, we generally call it the enemy. So knight c6 takes. How should we take back, guys? Let's ask Tiran. Tiran, will you take with the rook or will you take with the pawn? Rook. What about Pant? What do you say?
Pawn.
Okay, Abraham, how will you take? Rook. Okay, so it's always better to activate your pieces. If no, not like that. So if the pawn takes it, then the rook is crying. Like if this happens, is the rook happy?
No.
Not happy. It's crying. See already. So you should always make your pieces happy. Is the rook crying or smiling?
No.
Smiling. It's a smiling rook. It's making almost a threat, and it's on a good line, right? So rook takes, of course. And now after rook takes, opponent played bishop to g5. Is there a threat, Raika? Is white making a threat right now?
Please, sir.
Sorry. I'm looking there. Yeah, I was actually asking Kashvi. Is white making a threat, Kashvi?
So with bishop.
I don't know. You tell me with bishop, with queen. Is there a threat in the position? Is white making a threat right now? Is the question. Next, I'll ask Raika. Be ready with the answer. What do you think, Kashvi? Is there a threat?
So after I come.
After Raika, we will discuss what is. Now let's wait for Kashvi's answer. Threat means if somebody is attacking your piece, it's a threat. If somebody is saying, I'm going to take your piece for free, that's a threat. If somebody is saying, I'm going to take your pencil, that's a threat. So is white making a threat? No, I'm asking Kashvi. Is there a threat or not, Kashvi? Time to decide. Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Raika, what do you say? Is there a threat?
The,
Yeah, this is not a threat. If bishop takes, bishop will take back. So no problem, right? So
sir,
Arjun ignores it.
these are not threats.
So yeah, if they exchange, how is it a problem for us? If it's a problem for us, then it's a threat, no? So if somebody's, what happens? Shani?
Sir, bishop g5 was a big blunder.
Why is it a big blunder?
Pawn.
Oh, Shrenik is saying pawn b5 wins a piece. But no, pawn b5 is a mistake. Pawn b5 doesn't win a piece. Why? Because
No. Because the bishop will kill the
then the pawn will take the bishop. It's bishop is gone, no? That's not why. Why is pawn b5 not winning for black? It's good that you noticed it, Shrenik, that the threat is there, but it's not really a threat. It's not winning. This is just not a great move, just a normal move. How can white save both these pieces? You guys are forgetting something very important. You're forgetting yeah, what? Just take the pawn. Take the free pawn. Not free, rook will take back. En passant. So those, yeah, it's spelled like that, but it's pronounced en passant, like in French. So, en passant. So how many of you clearly know en passant rule? Okay, so half of you haven't heard of have you heard of the rule? Arohi has heard but don't remember. Raika's also heard.
Sir, you taught me.
Yeah, and you both learned at the same time in complete beginner, I believe. But yeah, Pand also was. Oh, you guys were in the same batch, na? In
Yeah.
April, May. Okay. So if a pawn moves 2 steps and passes your pawn, you can take it. That is en passant. En passant means in passing. If a pawn passes your pawn by going 2 steps, then you have the option of taking it. It's up to you whether you want to take or not. So if here, of course, you would want to take, otherwise you lose a piece. So how do you take? How does a pawn take? Diagonally. It's the same thing. You take. That's en passant. You can't do it after one move. Like you can't do it if you make a move. Leave that alone. Raika, what are you doing? You have to leave that alone, no?
Otherwise, the video will go crazy.
No, if it was a waterfall, you need to leave that alone. So
Sir, why is it showing
why is it showing what?
something black at the side?
There's nothing black in the side. Okay, so again, let's focus. If you play some other move and then black makes some other move, then you cannot take en passant. En passant is only available in the immediate next move. So b5 does not win. It's just an exchange of pawns. You can take it. So bishop g5 is fine. There is no threat. Arjun plays rook to d8. Let me ask Kabir, what is black's threat, Kabir, right now?
Sir, sir, the pawn can take pawn.
Pawn can take what?
Sir, the rook can take the pawn.
Yeah, so that means what should white do, Shrenik? If you're white, what do you do?
Sir, we should move the bishop.
Move the bishop where?
I don't
You don't know. First you decide, na, Myra.
Rook to d1.
Yeah, rook to d1 is the best move. Bishop is already active. You don't need to move it. Rook d1. Activate the last piece.
Sir, but if the bishop goes. Sir, another move.
One second. Other move?
Another move also we can move the other bishop.
Which other bishop? Bishop here, yeah? Yeah, that's also possible. You were saying same thing. Okay. Alright, so rook to d1 was played. Arjun plays rook to d7. Why would he play this move? The rook was already happy, right? He moved it one step. He was looking at a pawn. Opponent defended it. Now he moved it one step here. Why, Rayansh?
Sir, because he wanted to form a battery.
Yeah, one thing he keeps an eye on this pawn defending it, and he wants to play this move. And he's also moving out of this pin. There was a pin on the knight. So that is no longer there. So rook d7. White plays king f1. You need to activate your king if it's an endgame. Arjun plays knight d5. There's no pin. So the knight moved. White has the option of taking. White activates the king. This position is equal, completely equal. If anything, Arjun is slightly better because this pawn is a bit weak.
Sir,
Yeah.
I have a threat.
Yeah, what is it?
Knight to c3.
But pawn is defending it. So if the pawn is not there, this would be a threat. So king e2, Arjun just kicks the bishop. Bishop goes back to e3. Arjun, do we take this bishop? What do you think? It's an exchange, but if you exchange, then the pawn is no longer weak. The pawn is weak because it's an isolated pawn. No pawn can protect this. So if you take it, pawn will take back, and that pawn will no longer be a target. So Arjun just goes back.
Sir,
Yes.
if the pawn on a6 for black could not be there,
Hmm.
then you could have moved.
Bishop to b5, yeah. You would. But those things cannot be possible. No? The pawn will never be not there. Okay, so knight went back, bishop to d3, and Arjun doubles his rooks onto the pawn.
Is that good doubling
Yeah, of course. Two pieces on the same line is good, no? Like battery. We call it a battery. Like full power.
For example,
Triple pawn. That's not good. I'm talking about the pieces like two rooks or queen and rook or queen and bishop on a diagonal. Those are what we call battery. So this is good. He's putting pressure on this pawn. But as long as the bishop is there, there's no problem. So, but black is attacking this with 3 pieces now. So there is a threat. So opponent plays rook to d2. Arjun can take this pawn if he wants. This pawn is free right now because if bishop takes, rook will take back. But then after bishop takes, there is bishop e4 and there will be pressure on this. So Arjun first plays f5, gaining more space. He's saying the pawn is not going anywhere, I'll take it in my free time. Bishop to c4, g5. Arjun is putting pressure on the opponent. It's just gaining space. It's just annoying for white. Like,
trying to insult.
yeah, he's threatening f4.
Sir,
f4 will trap the bishop. So what do you, yes.
Sir, Arjun still has the chance to take the pawn on d5.
Yeah, he can, but he's making a big threat, no? Pawn is not going in. No, now if you take the pawn, I'll take back. And then when... Wait, bishop takes, rook takes, they will take this pawn. Forking your king and rook. So it will be equal material. You won't win the pawn now. So what he did is good because he's threatening f4. Who can find a way to save this bishop? How can white save this bishop? Because this is about to happen. Yes, mine?
Pawn to f3.
Yeah. Opponent plays f4 actually. And
Because that's a better.
yeah, it's slightly better. It challenges the pawn space. Arjun plays g4. Opponent plays rook b4, putting pressure on the pawn. Now Arjun brings his knight into the game, attacking the rook. So opponent plays, yeah, bishop is defended by the king, so no problem. So takes, and opponent plays rook to b6, keeping an eye on this pawn. Arjun just calmly defends this pawn. How do you calmly defend the pawn? Let me ask Raghav. How will you defend this pawn for black, Raghav?
Rook to e7.
Rook to e7. Okay, anyone else? Let's see. Yes, Rayansh Minna.
Sir, we can play rook to d6.
Rook to d. Which rook? The 5 rook or the 7 rook?
The 5.
Okay, that's also possible. But there's a much better move here. Strenik?
So king f7.
Exactly. Activate your king. The rooks are already doing a good job attacking d4. So the king is not doing anything. White's king is active. So this is the perfect time to bring your king in. So king f7 was played. Rook d3 happened. And now Arjun played rook e7. Just waiting. And now white plays rook b3. White rooks have become active. He's attacking b7. 2 rooks. It's only defended once. And here Arjun decided enough is enough. Time to take that pawn. He takes the pawn. Bishop takes. Rook takes. And rook takes. Lot of exchanges.
So
Yes.
why did he just kill the rook?
How does he take the rook?
The bishop was
Bishop was here, no? Bishop took back, rook took. And then rook took here. And now Arjun gave a check. The king went to d3.
So why was it the rook and the rook?
How? He can take it just an exchange. It doesn't do anything. It's just an exchange of rooks and anyway rook will come there. So this is not useful for black. So he gives a check and he picks up the pawn. Now let me ask Arohi. Who is winning Arohi? Who has more pieces right now? Who is up material? And what is black up by right now? Please keep your hand down, Pan. Let her answer first. What does black have more?
Pawns.
How many pawns? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Arohi is right. Black is up by 1 pawn. Here, opponent plays takes, and rook to b7. This turned out to be a mistake. Till now it was equal. White should have played rook b6. Why is rook b7 a mistake? It helps black. Black anyway wants to bring his king up. So rook b7 only helps black. And now king f6. White starts pushing the b pawn. What should black do here? Let's ask Dhridi. If you were black, what would you do? It's an endgame, a rook endgame. 1 pawn up for black. How do you continue, Dhridi? Huh?
Endgame is when the rook is
Endgame is when there are very less pieces. Basically when the queens are not there. That's what we call an endgame usually. So this is a rook endgame. Only rook is there. So Dhridi is taking too long to decide. Dhridi, who is taking all the grass? Dhridi is becoming the grass cutter.
Sorry, I found some hair.
Okay. Time to decide, Dhridi. What will you play for black? You don't know. You need to at least commit to a move. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. You have to at least make a move. You have to try to find a move. You can't find any move for black. Black has nothing to do here. You have to put yourself in Arjun's shoes. What will I do if I was playing black?
Rook to F1.
Rook to F1. Okay. Myra?
Pawn to E5.
Pawn to E5. Okay. Anyone else? Anybody? What will you play for black? Rayansh?
Sir, king to E5.
King to E5. All these are fine moves, but not the best move. Raika?
Sir, rook to B4.
Rook to B4 is a big blunder, Raika. There's a rook. We need to look left and right before crossing the road. What do you say, Kabir?
Sir, pawn to
E5.
yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? Nobody has found the best move yet. Yes, Renik?
Sir, rook F2.
Exactly. How do you win games? Attack opponent's pieces, na? By going here or going here. Here, king here is okay. But you want to attack pieces, na? White is going to come and take your pawns. So you have to start taking opponent's pawns.
Sir, I'm going to tell it.
Okay. So rook F2. Now white attacks the A pawn. There is no way to save the A pawn. So Arjun takes the G pawn. Good thing is this pawn is also gone. There's no way to save that. Rook takes pawn. And if white had played this pawn forward, what would you have done?
1%.
Yeah, we can take 1%. Black will just take 1%. So there's no way to save. So good that you remember. So white took the pawn. Arjun will take the next pawn as well. There goes the pawn. Now it's some kind of a race. Like white wants to promote fast. Yeah, it's a rook is there, but yeah, it's a pawn race with rooks on the board.
It's first rook needs to go to
Yeah, right now it is white's turn. Huh?
First, the rook needs to go to A2.
Why?
Because.
Well, then when he's about to promote, then we'll come. Na? Right now, in race,
No, black
one
and white
second.
is-
One second. When you're in a race situation, you have to go fast. You should not take time to make king moves or rook moves. You have to run fast. So here, it is white's turn. First, white moves the rook away to get the pawn rolling.
The wrong place.
Yeah. Now, like Dhruti told, Arjun also says, before I push my pawns, let me come here and stop your pawns. He brings a rook behind the pawn. Now both pawns start running. Is white winning
No.
or is black winning?
Black.
Why?
Black.
Why is black winning?
If I promote first.
Black's faster, is it? How is black faster? So if you
Like black, white, then black will go. Oh,
then white also promotes. So because we promote first with the rook and queen, we can checkmate the king. So if it was just the pawns, that would be equal, like draw. But because you have a rook as well, if black promotes first and then white promotes, the queen and rook will be able to help and give checkmate to the king. So it's not even that close. White pushes the A pawn. He doesn't push the B pawn. What would have happened if he pushed the B pawn?
So push.
Black will just push. Yeah, black will push. White pushes. Black will push. White will probably come here. Then we'll take. Yeah, that should be winning for black. So he doesn't push the B pawn. He pushes the A pawn. Now Arjun pushes his H pawn. If he pushes this, rook will come behind. So he will anyway need to get one more pawn closer. One pawn will not win it because there is rooks also. You will not be able to promote with just the pawn running down. So H5. Now king went to E3. Opponent is trying to stop the pawns with his king as well. Let's ask Abraham, if you were black, what will you do next, Abraham?
Check.
Check by? How? What move? Rook A3 check. Okay. How many of you want to play Rook A3 check? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5.
Pawn to G4.
6. Oh, you have a different move. Pawn to G4. Oh, going back.
4. No.
Then
4. So,
H4.
yeah.
Okay. You want to play H4. Okay. Okay.
Rook to G2.
Rook to G2.
Say E2.
E2. You will take it na, Raika. You are giving away your pieces, Raika. You need to give value to your pieces. Don't give them away. Yes.
So pawn G2.
Pawn G2. King. Oh, king can't come. Pawn G2. Rook will come behind the pawn. Then Arjun plays not pawn G2. He plays H4.
Yes.
What Raika told.
Yay.
Now the rook comes behind the pawn. And now. Oh, sorry. I keep getting confused. Sorry. Kashmi. I'm right.
Kashmi.
Raika told. What did Raika say? You said rook e2, yeah? Cashew
I
told.
said that first.
Pant told this, huh? Okay. Now there is a very clear win for black. Black has a way to win this by force. No defense for white. Yes, mine.
Rook to e3.
Rook to a3, I move my king. How does it help you? That's just a check. See, check is not going to do anything. Yes, Rayansh.
Sir, we can take the pawn.
How can you take the pawn? You want to take this?
No.
Then pawn will take your rook. That's the way to lose.
Sir, I thought the pawn was
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, Myra.
pawn to f4.
Pawn to f4, king takes. Why we don't throw away your pieces for free. You've got one pawn extra. There should be a reason behind the move. If you're giving away something, there should be a reason. Raika, please stop making the noise. You're disturbing people who are sitting. Yes.
Rook f2.
Huh?
Rook f2.
Rook f2. Then why will you start pushing now?
Oh,
The reason why white will not push now is rook takes pawn. The moment you go away, the pawns start rolling. So black needs to find a win here, and Arjun finds it. Let's see who can find out the win for black.
That move.
And not one move, it's a plan. You cannot just win in one move. That's not possible, no? You have to have a plan to win, like a clear way to get an advantage.
First pawn to g2.
Pawn to g2, it's a good start. I believe white will play pawn push. If you take it, I will take this. That's what white's idea is, Myra.
King to f7.
King to f7, I just move to g5. I'll just stay on the same line. Arjun plays the winning move. h3.
Thinking of that.
No, it's just
Thinking of that.
it is a free pawn. It's a free pawn. Just thinking of that is not enough. Of course, there are just 5 or 6 moves in the position. You'll definitely think about it. The point is to see the win. Just thinking of the move is not enough. Point is to see the win and make the move. That's important. So why is this winning? The pawn is about to promote, so white has to take. White took. And now black plays. Kabir, can you find out the next move for black?
So black can just go forward.
Yeah. Pawn h2. But then the white rook will come and stop it now. So what to do? Myra.
So then
Myra.
rook to a3.
Exactly. Now rook a3. White looks like he's stopping the pawn and he's got 2 passed pawns. But no. Skewer. The rook is gone. The king moves and now Arjun plays the last move of the game. Who can find out the last move of the game? Smile. Take the rook. No. Better move. There's a better move. When you find a good move, look for a better move. Okay.
Pawn push.
Exactly. Checkmate. Checkmate. There's no need to take the rook.
I was saying the other one.
Why? Why would you push the pawn and give it there?
Checkmate.
It's checkmate. It's a checkmate in the middle of the board. Thanks to the pawns and the rook covering this. And that's how, that was the last game of the match. And once Arjun won, India won the gold. And that's why.
If Arjun did not win,